Hello everyone, welcome to my program One Message to Millions of People. Today I have a very special guest, Susan McIntyre. I am Saeed Khandekar, host for today's program. I am very happy and excited to have Susan today.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi Susan, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for inviting me on your program today, Saeed.
Can you tell us about your journey to becoming the mayor of Wyndham City Council?
Yes, so I came to Australia about 12 years ago with my family.
Okay.
I got involved in the community and really wanted to make that difference. So I stood as a candidate in the local government elections in October 2020. And then in November 2022, I was elected mayor for Wyndham City for a year.
Okay. For community development, what initiatives are currently underway to promote community during your time as a mayor?
So it's important for me to look at having that community engagement process in place. So we're looking at the community and council plan, which is 2020 to 2024, and also looking at our annual budget and plan. So what we have in place is we have things like the Loop, we have the People's Engagement Panel, and we have all those processes to really connect the community to the decision making of council.
Okay, that's good, very good. Important, especially bus service and our roads to minimize the peak traffic time. What is your plan to solve in this sector?
So more buses, better routes and more often. And we're also advocating for more regular bus surveys. So every 2 years to really see what parts of our population don't have the buses that they need. In relation to roads, it really depends. So the council's responsible for local roads. So even in this year, we spent 8.9 million and reconstructed 12 local roads. The bigger roads actually are under the state government. So our bigger sort of arterial roads come under state government, and we look at advocating with them to try and improve those. And then we have the federal government looks at some of those bigger ones again. So things like the West Link, so things like that have those 3 levels of government, federal and state. So we know how important it is for our community. We know infrastructure needs to be in place. We know how key it is, and we know all need to work together. So we need those 3 levels of government, ourselves, federal and state, and we need our community to give us feedback as well to move forward.
So Wyndham is one of the fastest growing areas in Australia. How do you plan to ensure that this growth is sustainable and benefits the community in the long term?
So, Saeed, we're not actually one of the fastest. We are the fastest growing in the whole of Australia. So it's a major issue for us and a major opportunity. So we have about 315,000 residents at the moment. By 2040, our population will be over 500,000.
500,000?
So about 515,000. When you also put us with Melton, obviously, our nearby council, we'll have over 800,000 residents. So it's really key. So infrastructure growth, planning for infrastructure growth is really key. So we need to work with all the levels of government. So similar to in relation to transport and roads. So we're working with our state election people, we're working with our state government, we're working with our federal government to actually make sure these things are in place. So we have plans in relation to growth and in relation to different areas, have what's called precinct structure plans, and we want those to be in place with the infrastructure so that the infrastructure is in place when people move here.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected every individual, like me as well, especially small businesses. And in different ways. How has the Wyndham City Council responded to the challenges to the pandemic, and what lessons have we learned from this experience?
Yes, so as you say it's such a big topic. So March 2020, the council put a lot of innovative things in place and really thought out of the box, because we were in Wyndham the most affected in the whole of Australia with our COVID-19 figures. So we were really heavily impacted, and we know that. So what we did is we put in place a pandemic recovery office. We put an action plan in place, which is in November, and looked at a lot of those key areas. So I looked at things like activating open space, what does that look like? Looked at things like how would we have our resilience strategy. We know mental health has been heavily impacted. Looking at how we're going to help with our local businesses, so that business support. Things like our visitor economy. We have an amazing, as you know, visitor precinct here with the zoo, Werribee Mansion. So reactivating that sort of visitor area as well. And also the last thing we looked at is also that high area that we had. So we have a lot of industries that had a number of COVID cases. What we've also done as well this year is looked at reaching out to all those businesses. So there was a hospitality. So we have over 24,000 small businesses here in Wyndham. Reached out to them with that sort of education piece and that reaching out to say, how can we help? What can we do? How can we support you?
So what type of support you are providing?
A whole range of things. So a lot of things could be helping businesses be more agile. Are they online? Are they digital? Do they need support with connections? So I think for every business it's something different, isn't it? So what would help them? So is it having a more educated workforce? Is it having the connections into workforce? Is it realising what is available for you? And really, so it's really being flexible to that support to being offered. Because our local businesses are amazing and they're also key drivers of our local economy as well. And then what we've also done is looked at those bigger business centres. So, I mean, you only need to look at a couple of weeks ago, Lit, here in the Werribee Town Centre, really activation of space. You know, we had thousands and thousands of people coming every night, and that was done in the centre on purpose to help activate our local businesses, our local restaurants, and we have those sorts of events that we're doing, so that activating that major activity centre, so activation of those big spaces as well.
So what is the easiest way to link with the council? Some people is struggling with the small business. What's the way to link with the council?
So if you're talking about small businesses, the economic development unit. So we have a specific economic development unit. The economic development unit. It has a website, a website link. Obviously, it has an email address. It has a phone number, and you can reach out to the team there, and they can, they can connect you with the support available, and really help and assist those businesses going forward.
Oh, awesome. So taboo time. No, not checking. Taboo time means like it's a rapid fire.
Quick fire. Quick answer.
I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
You just answer me 30 seconds to 1 minute.
Okay.
Very quick.
I'll do my very best.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Number one, you were sent in an island and could only have 3 items with you. What would be there and why?
I'd have a book, something to read. I'd have a picture of my family and friends, something to look at. And I'd have a nice blow-up lilo, so I'd have something to sleep on that was comfy.
Oh, 3 things. No mobile?
That's 3 things. 4? You said 3.
Okay, that's all right. So number 2, if you could learn any new skill instantly, what would it be and why?
Learn our languages. Learn more languages. Yeah, to have that skill. So I can only speak about 2 languages in addition to English very poorly. So I'd love to be able to speak more languages.
You want to learn Bangla?
I could be Bangla. I could be more.
All right. So number 3, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
To be able to fly. I could fly across Wyndham and I could fly back home and see my family and friends in the UK.
Okay. Last question regarding food in local business. The one message to millions of people has one program is called Grow Local, Go for Local. So from that sector, this question, what do you prefer to have your food?
So I prefer to support local. I have a Facebook page called Wyndham Dining. I support local restaurants. I share reviews. I enable people to share reviews. So
can you tell again, Wyndham?
Dining. Wyndham Dining.
Dear viewer, Wyndham Dining. Okay.
So support local, share your reviews, share your experiences. Every venue has a different element to offer, and we have them all here. You don't need to go anywhere else. Stay in Wyndham. So my question to you is, what inspired you to create this page?
Thank you so much for this question. Look, I came in Australia 2003 as a student.
Yeah.
I have done my master's in information system management, and back there, I'm basically industrial chemist. I have done chemistry degree from Bangladesh. After coming there, a lot of struggles I have done, and I work hard, and I did job in a multinational company, NCH Corporation, for 11 years.
Yeah.
After that, along the way, I got some accident.
Right.
I had injury in like neck injury, and my 2 discs they just take out and put in platinum plate.
Okay.
Being my operation 2018, I was complete and broke. You know, I didn't drive. I got support, but you know, when finished 1 year,
Yeah.
then I couldn't go back my job as an industrial chemist. But the people out there and my friends and family, everybody looked me as a like what I was.
Yeah.
I have degree from information system management and chemistry degree, but inside I am not the same person
Okay.
because 2 platinum plate
Yeah.
inside. Then people are trying to degrade me, like they're neglecting me,
Okay.
including my few family members as well, my relatives and this, because this is not their fault. Therefore, because they think I'm the same person. Basically, inside I'm not the same person. Then COVID came. I have started few things, and then their expectation from me is like very big, but I can give them through my like skill, through my work and everything. But then I decided I need to tell something. I need to something to the whole world.
Yeah.
Whole world, and then I decided I'll make a page.
Yeah.
Page name would be my message will spread out the whole world. That's why one message to
Yeah.
billions of people.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I just so thank.
I'll introduce one book. So I'm just taking interview more and more people.
Yes.
So your message, you will just leave one message, which will be showcased in my book. What is your message?
My message to millions is be kind. Be kind.
Thank you so much for sharing your insight with us today. Bye for now. See you in one message to millions of people.